Alrighty. So today, I'm trying a new layout. I'm trying to capture my pedals and everything all in one shot. I got to work on my green screen stuff in the back because I'm having some issues with chords. But this is just kind of a test, just to kind of see how it looks. I'm just going to do my morning warm-up. I usually do a grind. Let's see. Yeah, let's warm up with a grind. I'll do my Le Mans. Oh, I'm just going to do the Sardinia one. And I'm not going to kill myself today. I'm going to use my Group 3 car. I just got to set it up. Oh, no, I guess I'm good. Is this the Group 3 one? Let me make sure. Oh, that's interesting. I used to have a setting for this. This is all set wrong. What's going on? Huh. This is like... Did I get another? No, this is my Group 3. Oh, because I don't mean to do this car. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to use... Because I'm just doing a grind, I'm just going to use a Group 2 car. I don't want to have to work hard on this one. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. So I'm just going to use this guy. I just want to make sure it's set for here. No. There we go. All right. Oh. So I'm just going to do a quick grind. I want to see if my victory dash is working when the race starts. And then also want to see how the sound mixes and if it's loud enough and everything like that. So this is really kind of a test. And I just want to get kind of warmed up. I got a lot of racing to do. I got a race tonight, and I got a race on tomorrow, 2-hour race tomorrow. Oh, shoot. I had somebody over the other day.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Stay composed. First lap is about survival and position.
I had somebody over to show them what the game looks like. She's thinking about getting into sim racing, and so I had her over last weekend. I had to set this up so she could have a little easier time getting around the track. So let's try this one here. I'll just restart so that he starts back over again. Oh, why is the racing line still on? I hate when I do this. I was just trying to help somebody out, and then assist, traction control. Oh, there we go. That's off. Did I accidentally turn stuff back on? All right, let's see.
Green flag. Good launch. Now stay calm into turn 1.
All right, let's see how this goes. He's a little quiet. I'm probably...
You're in P19. Nice job. Now manage your tyres and wait for chances.
He's a little quiet, so I'm going to turn him up just a touch if I can do it without screwing things up too much. It does not like my thumb there. Oh, that's way too much. There we go. Straight right there.
You're running in P18.
There we go.
Stay patient. Consistent laps here will open doors.
Whoopsie. Full tires. And I literally just got up. Had 2 sips of coffee.
Currently P17.
Wow, it pinched me. Well, they're dumb cars, so that's what they do. They don't care about you.
Sitting P16. You're well placed. Now drive the plan.
Oh, it's been a lot of
holding P15.
Finagling to get all the tech to work. Get the levels, all the audio levels mixed, and getting everything set. I'm kind of being lackadaisical here.
Running P14. Position is stable. Now focus on closing the gap ahead.
All right. This is the new Race Engineer app called Victory Dash. It's I think it's free. I think I might have paid for an ad-free version of it. If it's only a few bucks, I don't mind helping the developers out.
Lap 1 completed. 1 minute 41 seconds. Running P14. You're down to 5 laps of fuel. Fuel looks reasonable. Just avoid unnecessary wheel spin. You're in P13.
All right. So I was using the GT Race Engineer. and it was I like that app, but the problem that I had was that it
3 positions gained.
is that it would
Smart race
lose
car,
connection in
really
the middle of a
well
race, which
Sitting
in a
P10.
one-player race, I guess a little bit of inconvenience. I got to pause my game, turn my VR off, and then find my phone and reactivate it. But this app,
Gained 2 spots. Nice overtake, clean and controlled. Running P8.
so I've been using this app, and I've used it for 2-3 hours at a time, and it's not cut out on me. The connection's been stable. The only thing that it's a little, the responses can get they have 6 engineers, so you might want to rotate them a little bit because they're a little limited in their responses sometimes with the personality stuff, so that can get a little bit tiring. My favorite dude is Geralt. He's a Scotsman, but he swears a lot, so like for YouTube it's probably not the best one to have, but it's pretty funny. He's going to outpace me towards the end here, but I'm going to brake later than him, so I should be okay. Yeah. So this is a grind that I do pretty much every day as a warm-up. I'll either do this one or Le Mans. And then sometimes I'll also do the 1 hour at Spa, because I just love that race. It's just fun. So yeah, it's just a lovely little stroll through Italy while we get our daily 26 miles in. Oh wow. Oh, I forgot they're dumb. I've been doing a lot of Sophie races lately, especially the new Power Pack came out. And I did a video, which I forgot to adjust my streaming settings so it looks like shit. But I did the American Muscle Challenge as a live stream. I basically did the race 3 times. I did it with the normal Camaro, then I did it with the one chili pepper car, and then I did it with the Eckhart, that Mach 40 or whatever. So I just did them back to back to back. I kind of wanted to see what the difference is, and what I basically gleaned is that it's just like the old Gran Turismo days in a way, where they're the same, and then the challenges are just more difficult cars to control and drive. They have more horsepower, but they don't handle quite as well. So it's more about, driving it, not over driving the car. So, yeah, I really like those challenges so far. It brings back a lot of memories of earlier editions of Gran Turismo. I've been playing Gran Turismo since the first one. My first wheel wasn't even force feedback. It was a cheap Mad Catz wheel. I don't even think they're still around, but it was a company called Mad Catz with a Z, and that was about the only thing you could get back then. And I had a buddy who was also really into racing, really into shifter karts. Now he's doing, I think, Formula 1000 or whatever it's called, or Formula 4000. Oops, I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to talk too much. Just want to make sure I got past him cleanly. And we literally made he actually did the hard work. He made these cockpits out of 2x4s that we just put on the floor. Made our own little wooden cockpits, and we were able to basically sit and race. And Gran Turismo, well, it was fun, but Andretti Racing ended up kind of being our go-to as our party racing game. So we had a bunch of friends that we would get together, and we would link 2 PlayStations together, and then you could do 4-player, 2-player scripts, on 2 different machines, split screen, and then have the 2 PlayStations linked or whatever. So we would do four racers at a time. We usually have like I don't know, 11, 12 guys, so we could do like three brackets or whatever, and that was kind of what we did back in the day. It didn't have online racing back then, so the only way you could really race, have a good multiplayer race was to link 2 PlayStations together. I don't know why it keeps doing. I got to turn that thing off. Stop, please. I accidentally activated something. I think every time I say the P word, it thinks I want to talk to it. All right, so this is the lap where he goes in. That's why I'm just kind of being leisurely. I'll have the lead after this. Then I'm usually pretty chill, but I'm just going to pit on lap. I usually try to go to lap. Whoops, so I'm talking and not paying attention. So he's going to pit. I'm just going to run one more lap and pit on 6, just 1 lap extra. Sometimes I'll try. Normally I'll race and I'll just short shift and go 7 laps on the first stint, and then I'll short shift on the second and just do 1 pit stop with this car, because you're running a Group 2 car. You have to nerf it down to 800. So I'm only running on about 80% power. So you get better fuel economy, obviously, because you're not maxing the motor out and winding it out. So. So yeah, so we'll go in pit here, and then I'll pit at 12. And we'll see what happens. So I've been playing this game, like I said, since like 97, 96, somewhere in the mid 90s. I don't even remember. It's always been my go-to game for racing. I love Assetto Corsa Competizione, the regular Assetto Corsa I play a lot of. But it doesn't have a VR mode on consoles, and I don't have a PC for VR gaming, so I'm trying to build my rig up right now. So I used to have a T300 with the TLCM pedals, and I recently upgraded to about less than a year ago to the T598 direct wheel. That's what I'm using now. But I'm still using my TLCM pedals because I like the load cell pedals way better than the race lines. I know they're coming out with a Raceline pedal, load cell pedal. I don't know if it's available quite yet, but I've seen some ads for it. I'm going to get it because I have the pedals and I want to compare it to the TLCM. And if it's better, I'll switch over. But I love these pedals. They've been really good to me. I've got some custom bushings in them, so it's a little stiffer than what the ones that come with it. I got them online. I don't remember where I got them, but I could do some searching if anyone's curious. They're pretty easy to find online if you're looking for TLCM brake mods. All right, so Knight's will come out in first. Let's see where he's at. Sometimes I get clipped. So there he is. All right. So I just pretty much, if I'm running full hard, I'm just going to do the 6. I can get 6 laps pretty easily. So I just pit on 6 and 12, and then it's just a 3-lap sprint to the end. I have this thing tuned so I can only use hard tires with it on this race. Because it's already, I mean, you're already beating them by so. I usually end up lapping people to like 5th or 6th place sometimes if I'm going really hardcore. So, and I'm not, yeah, you can use a hypercar and you can do all this other weird stuff to get faster times, but I actually practiced this one with my Group 3 Ferrari, the 458, since I've only just now got the 296 yesterday. But I love that car, by the way. I thought I'd warm up with this NSX because I'm racing in a Group 3 race tonight. No BOP, and I chose the NSX, and I regret it because that car does not drive as well as I thought it was going to. I thought it would be similar to the Huracan and the Ferrari because they're both MR cars, or they're all MR cars, but for some reason I can't get really comfortable in it. I think it's because it's a no-tune race, but even when I've tried running that NSX Group 3 car in BOP races, it feels pretty sluggish compared to everybody else that you're racing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't heard. Oh, you know what? I haven't heard my guy in a while. I wonder if he's still. Did I lose connection? That never. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn my do not disturb on. Darn it. Okay. Well, that's gonna suck. And now I can't. There we go. Well, I can't do this either because I'm streaming. So I guess I got no guy. I've lost my connection. But I'll just finish this race, get my time, and I'll be able to listen to his. I'll be able to listen to at least the first part of it where he was working. Darn it. Yeah, if you use that app, you want to turn your do not disturb on because if you get notifications, it can interrupt the race engineer, the Victory Dash. It's called Victory Dash. I think it's on both platforms, Android and Apple. I've got a 23 Ultra, so I'm using the Android version, and actually, it's been bomb-proof. It's been absolutely. It's worked really well. My only complaint is, like I said, it's a little limited on the personal commentary. So the little one-liners and whatever can get a little old after a while. And sometimes the information is not completely accurate because if you're doing like going from qualifying, like practice, qualify, race, it doesn't know the difference between the three. And so I think that messes up with some of the data, some of the information it gives you because it thinks you're continuing a race or you're in a race or you're not in a race. It's kind of weird. But for the most part, it works pretty well. And being with the VR, you don't have any telemetry. You can't really have any telemetry to speak of other than checking your laps and seeing your sector times. That's about it. Which, is kind of more realistic. But without somebody in your ear kind of keeping you abreast of things, it's not really that realistic because they've got spotters, they've got engineers talking to them. They can call in and report things that are happening with the car. So when it comes to the pit, they can make adjustments. So it is an important part. It's not everything. We're already catching up to somebody here. It's just kind of weird. I don't usually till like lap 10, so might have had an accident or something. They do tend to make mistakes on this track on occasion. But we're not going until 12, so. I'm not driving hard. Whoops, hit the wall there a little bit. I'm not driving hard at all. Just kind of, this is my race to kind of just get the feel for the car. I have this weird thing, my brain, if I can kind of loosen up my focus a little bit, or I don't know how to loosen up is good, but sharpen it. Just basically get myself in the headspace of being in the car and kind of convincing myself I'm in a vehicle. My depth perception is better. My sense of motion in the car, a weight transfer is better. It's like your brain wants to be tricked, and if you fight it, it just makes things weird. So I just kind of try to get into it and pretend I'm really in the car and really racing, and that mindset just helps me react to things better. It helps me feel things better. I also learned the importance of keeping a loose grip on the steering wheel. It's not a real race car, it's a sim racing. So being that you're not in an actual car, you're not getting any information through your butt in your actual sense of equilibrium that's giving you a sense of motion. You're getting everything you're getting is through the wheel, unless you've got a haptic device or if you got a motion controller, cool, or motion rig, but most people don't. I am getting the HF8 Pro soon for Christmas for myself, so I'll have that after the holidays. But I think that's about it for me. The only other thing I want to get is the little haptic feedback motors for the pedals, so you can feel the analog brake and you can feel like tire slip and things. Then I'm done. If something happens and I find myself with a lot of extra money, I may get a motion rig at some point. I'd love to get the Yaw 3. That's the one I've kind of had my eye on. But I right now, first things first, I just want to upgrade my cockpit because I'm using a folding cockpit that I basically turned into a permanent cockpit. I've done some heavy modifications to my cockpit. I cut the bars down because the T598 base sits a little taller than a regular wheelbase, and that can be a little weird. So I cut my bars down a little bit and then reattached it to my frame. I also braced it up with some metal to make it a little stiffer, because it does like those little motions like that, or it can be a little bit hard on a lighter chassis. So, but I kind of like feeling. I love feeling the gear jolt through. I can feel it through the whole chassis. That's one thing I can feel in my butt is the gear jolt, which is kind of cool. And again, it all just helps the brain just pretend. Whoops, sorry, talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Like I said, this is a really easy one. I'm just driving. It's really just to kind of get dialed in and get my brain feeling like racing, like getting close to those flags when I drive by. It's kind of cool. I've had where I almost feel like I'm going right through it. I've had where I went through the car once. Look at it, decapitated me. It's hilarious. You see, I'm not driving hard at all. I'm just kind of going around the track. And you're still going to lap people. You're not a lot faster than them. You just corner way better, and you get way better gas mileage in the Group 2 cars, so. Which is everything. You don't have to be a lot faster if you can handle better and go a lot more laps without having to stop. All right, we got one more lap, then we're going to do our last pit. I don't consider myself a top split driver. I'm not even close, so I don't like to hand out a lot of advice, but I do like to at least share things I've learned that have made me faster. And treating this like a real car was the number one thing. You can't really drive it like a video game. You can't just be looking over your hood and reacting. You got to look ahead of your horizon like you would like driving a real car. And then, like I said, the other thing is the loose hands. The tighter you grip the wheel, the less of that information. That's the only information you're getting about your car is through the steering wheel. So the tighter you grip that and you're manhandling the wheel around and doing all that, you're not getting those subtle signals. You want to be able to feel that. Like right even in that corner, I felt a couple of road effects while I was turning my wheel. If I had a real hard grip on that, I wouldn't feel that. I can also feel the edge of grip a lot sooner in this car, in any car, and I can react quicker to it. Gotta let him get going. And then the other thing that's fun with the grinds is just practicing passing people. But I'm driving so mellow right now that I don't even feel like I'm racing. I'm just going through the gears, hitting my apexes, feeling that edge of the grip, and just being chill. Get our last bit of gas and tires here. And you don't technically need to even change your tires. I mean, look at them after. I mean, it would be fine. I'm only going 3 more laps. I normally wouldn't, but I'm 56 seconds ahead right now, so get the tires, have fun. A win's a win, whether you win by a second or a lap. You're still it counts the same. So we're gonna go just a little above because I like to just if I'm gonna have to run a little hard, it's kind of nice to make sure you got a little extra. I have run out in actual league races, and that sucks. In fact, it just happened to me 2 weeks ago. I was 4th, and I finished. It was at Red Bull Ring. I actually qualified second, I think, or second or third, but I ended up getting up to 4th. No, I was back. I actually worked my way up to 4th. I think I qualified like 6th. But the last lap, I ran out of gas right before about 4 turns from the end, and I watched everybody go by. It was a pretty tight race, so I dropped from 4th to 10th or 11th, I think it was. 11th. I think it was 11th. It was bad. But it's just a lot of fun racing with real people. And I should elaborate on that because sport mode is real people, but sport mode is strangers that don't give a shit about you or your driver rating or anything like that. A lot of them are just children or adults that are children trapped in adult bodies, but they're immature or they're just not that good. and they're practicing and taking out their errors on you instead of getting better at the game and then joining lobbies where they know they're going to be competitive. So, but for some people, it's just something they jump on and do in between Call of Duty and going to the mall, whatever. So, but there's a lot of people that take it a little more seriously, and that's why there's leagues. And it's fantastic. I'm technically in like 5 or 6 that I'm members of, but I'm active in like 3 right now, just scheduling. And so a lot of these leagues have races on nights I can't get home in time early enough for work, because people are all over the world trying to get together and game. The GTO group that I'm in, Gran Turismo Oldies, I think you have to be 45 or older in that one. I don't remember, but I definitely qualify. I forgot my whole train of thought what we was talking about, but anyways, they've got a bunch of different series, and I'm doing the endurance series with them, and it's a 2-hour endurance series. So you're racing for 2 hours, and that's a really good way to get people to race a little more seriously and be more patient. People who try to win a 2-hour race in the first couple of laps just seem delusional to me, very short-sighted. So not type of people I want to race with. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. In that race, we had I think 28 drivers that signed up for it. So there was two brackets, 2 groups, I should say. I pre-qualified 8th, so I made it into the top group. And then morning qualifying, I improved to 7th. And then I had gotten all the way up to 4th, but I kind of abused my tires doing that. So I had to pit early, which dropped me back to 10th, and I think I ultimately finished 6th. So 8th, 7th, 6th was kind of my progression. I'm pretty happy with that. So we're on our last lap here. And, the other thing I've kind of learned is that old saying that they say, go fast, got to go fast to get fast, go slow to get fast. It's true. It's not about trying to drive slower. It's about slowing your mind, slowing your thought process, and being more present, and while also trying to plan your next set of turns, curves, whatever, moves that you're going to make on people. It's just making sure and that's why I'm driving kind of chill, because my head is not totally in the game here. The only reason I'm doing as well as I am is because I do this every day. It's like driving to work. Not every day, but I would say I probably do this race 5 times a week. I do Le Mans at least 4 or 5 times a week, and I do the Spa race once or twice a week. That one's an hour. It's a little long, but it's so fun going overnight. You got the weather. It's just it's pretty challenging with a Group 3 car for me still with the weather. I still win by usually about 30 seconds or so. It's not even close with a Group 2 car. I lap everybody usually twice, and like the bottom maybe 4 or 5 guys I'll lap 3 times. So it's not really challenging, but like grinds aren't supposed to be challenging. You're trying to get money, and you don't want to have to be sweating bullets, or like I said, invest an hour of your time into a race to finish 2nd place. I think it drops from 1.5 million credits, so you're lucky if you get maybe 400,000 or 500,000. So that's a morning warm up. That's Sardinia. It's a really easy grind with a Group 2 car. Just dumb it down power-wise. Get your settings. It'll handle better, and you'll walk through this one. And you can do the same thing with the Spa race. I just use regular Group 4 cars for Le Mans because that one's really it's really an easy one to win with just any of the Group 4 cars. You'll win with that one. There we go. We got our 4-star ticket for the day. So let's go see what it is. First, I got to save my replay. I always save them because I like to do make videos afterwards, and I can put that as an overlay to show the context of the race during the in-camera view. So what I'm going to do is just go get my ticket quick, and then I'm going to take a break, and then I got to practice for a race tonight. At Monza with Group 3 cars, and I wish I wasn't in one of the slowest Group 3 cars in one of the fastest tracks in the game. Oh, please be money, you're a car. Please don't be an engine. Please be money, you're a car. No. Dang it. What a waste. What a frickin' waste. I wish they would just take these out of the game, or at least have different levels or something where once you get to a certain level, you don't need car parts. I mean, my God. I got 5 million. I've got every car but one in the game. There's a Mercedes I still need to get. Let me check. I can't remember which one it is. Well, I don't know exactly which one it is, but it's an old, looks like an old like World War II limo or something. Let me go here. As you can see, I've got every car right there. Whatever this thing is, I think it's a Mercedes. I don't have any data on it, but I've got 555 of the 556 cars, so got almost every single one of them. And I'm just waiting on that last Mercedes. I'll probably throw a little party when I get that guy. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the feed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I got to get this going right here. Still trying to figure out a good way to end. There we are.